Why is the IAB Video Leadership Summit important to you?
Now, this summit in particular is important and a highlight, I think, to the things that I mark on my calendar to attend, mostly because of the quality of the content, the discussions that we have, and the fact that there's a real bent to action in everything that we do here. So I feel like at the start of the day, I'm learning, and I feel like in the middle of the day, we're in breakouts and we're really ideating, and we're not necessarily getting to full-blown consensus, but we are at least talking about the fact that there are very real industry issues that are happening, and we are all responsible to help steward through change. And how do we do that in a way that actually does allow for action to happen? So I find the time here to be incredibly valuable, and I do look forward to it every time I come.
And following up on that, what are the one or two most important issues that you see today in the video space?
I think when it comes to important issues and narrowing it down to one or two, one, it's hard. But two, when you think about the idea of what can we do today to help us get to a better future, it's how can we start setting up standards around identity, especially as we think for a world of convergence, using bigger data, understanding more targeting, optimization, all the way down to posting and reporting. Understanding who it is that we're reaching and how we're going to reach them is vitally important. So identity is of high importance here. And then also I would say when we think about how do we want to count this in a currency grade manner is very important. And even today, some of the conversations that we've been having around everything from a universe estimate to impressions to reach to frequency to then get to that thing that matters to marketers, which is outcomes, we still need to do some of these counting things, and we need to make sure that we're doing them in a prudent way to actually enable a currency that has optionality to it. And
can you tell us what's happening on the innovation front with Warner Brothers Discovery?
So Warner Brothers Discovery, we're about a year in as a newly formed entity, and we have really focused on some of the fundamentals when it comes to making sure that we can steward through campaigns across the entirety of our portfolio. We are ginormous. We have lots of linear networks, and we have streaming products and digital products. And so for us to be able to enable not just a broad demo opportunity to the marketplace, but really thinking about advanced audience sets across our linear and digital supply. We've been thinking carefully around innovation to make sure that we can deliver across our linear in a targeted way, and also do that in a digital way and bring those two together. So I think the good work we've done around currency, being really mindful and thoughtful around not just selecting one or two or three or putting our stake in the ground, but really being again, prudent about what we don't know and putting out to the marketplace what we've learned, and being fairly agnostic and not competing on currency has been really important and a priority on the innovation front for Warner Brothers Discovery.
And so speaking of currency, I know you just touched on this a little bit. Where do you think a currency is headed for the remainder of 2023 and into 2024?
Yeah, so I think right now we at WBD, at Warner Brothers Discovery, we have indeed enabled multi-currency for the marketplace. It was no small feat for us to actually put this into our everything from forecasting to post, so the plumbing, right, of stewardship systems. But we're really excited about the fact that we can do this full stop. Now, I think the marketplace will dictate its appetite to actually transact on alternative currencies or multi-currencies, and right now, we're still in the middle of our upfront. And so once that shakes out, we'll know what that appetite actually did look like. So I think that for 23, we have indeed been open for business. We saw a lot of traction, a lot of conversations around it. And so now we're going to have to see how it shakes out. But I think for 24, we're going to be enabled for even more and greater share to go into other partners. But again, none of this happens overnight. You need test and learn. You need marketplace adoption. You need thoughtful consideration, and then you need to make sure that it's turnkey and easy. And we're right in the middle of it right now.
And where would you like to see IAB focus its efforts to move the video space forward?
Yeah, so I think the IAB, we had a really, I think, stimulating and productive conversation around measurement, full stop, and how do we think about counting across lots of different media, not just in the video, but when we think about social and everything in between. So what I said earlier, we thought a lot about counting, but how do we start with the universe estimate that then goes into impressions, that then goes into reach and frequency? It's all media math at the end of the day, but getting consensus. And I think the IAB can play a real pivotal role in getting the marketplace and all of the stakeholders to a place where we get to what are the bare minimum requirements that we're comfortable with in order to move the marketplace forward.